close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, I used to be the lost boy running insane. I used to be the ghost boy looking for fame. I used to work so hard to get it, so hard to get it. I used to be the one living in the fast lane. I used to be the one who only cried in the rain. I used to work so hard to get it, and so hard to get it. And so hard to get it. I used to be the lost boy running insane. I used to be the ghost boy looking for fame. I used to work so hard to get it, so hard to get it. I used to be the one living in the fast lane. I used to be the one who only cried in the rain. I used to work so hard to get it, so hard to get it. I used to be the lost boy running insane. Used to be the ghost boy looking for fame. I used to work so hard to get it. I used to be the one living in a
All right, we are still waiting for this Jazz game to get going. So in the meantime, if you hang with me for a second here, I'm going to pull up the Knicks broadcast, and we'll pop over there, watch that game. Looks like the Knicks are leading early. Oh, as I say that, the Jazz game comes through. That's the case. We'll swap on over there, and we'll get going. Happy to be back. Feels good. Watch some Jazz gaming again. Let's see here. Alrighty. It's going to be the Jazz taking on the Mavs on the road. Same lineup we see. Now I've done quite enough research on all the builds to know what the names are of the poppers, what the names are of the insides. We saw originally to start the season, Rhea was on that inside. Then he switched to the popper for their last 3-ish games. They weren't doing too hot. We'll see if he goes back to that inside. I think he did. I'm pretty sure this is the inside build, and that's a nice flush to start it off there. Apologies, I still have that Knicks game run in the background. Sounded like a little double dunk there. I think him going back to that inside might be better for the team. You know, we saw a lot of teams, more teams even, starting to run that popper. That popper build is very good, but 5 out just isn't the right fit for everybody. As Kel tries to get a standing dunk and it's going to be punched away. 5 out just is not the right thing for every single team, so it might be better for him to stick on this inside. It's a better play style. It keeps him in that pick and roll where he can make so many plays on the defensive end. I think it seems like Rec might be more comfortable with that. We saw Kel going off in the 5 out, but Rec was struggling more. As we see a nice early shot from him, and that one's good. He just works a little bit better behind his screen as opposed to working in that 5 out where you really have to read the floor quickly and be able to rip off tight window shots. That's just not what we were really seeing in the last 6 games for the Jazz. Glow gonna flush it home there. Nice finish. Seems like I still have. Give me one moment. A little bit of double action there. There we go. Just here in double, I had the stream pulled up on the other monitor. All right, that's going to be Kel working now. He tries to get a quick one off. He decides to bail out. Kaze gets the crab, and that's good. And Kaze, something I'll say, when they're not in the 5 out and he's not working off the wing, he is such a good creator out of the corner. You don't have a lot of locks in the league as good as Kaze, where I say I want to put the ball in their hands and trust them to make a play when they have a guard or somebody on him. When you're working from the wing, although you know, the build has the ability to shoot from there, it just is a little different. When you're working out of the corner, it's much more one-on-one. With the wing, there's a lot of help coming from both ways, so I also like Kaze getting back to that corner and being able to work from there. Rhea trying to set the screen. Rec peeks over the left side, and that's another 3. Rec looking very good early. The Jazz had some time off while the tip-off tournament was wrapping up. coming back in the turn now. Rec with some more time, maybe some more scrims, some more film, and I like how he's coming out. We got to see this Jazz defense pick up, though. Mavs are more or less getting what they want. This Mavs team, coached by Dave Fry, the two-time champ, they know how to play at their pace. You don't see them get rattled a lot. They generally take good control of the ball, control the pace of the game, all the things that you like to see from a very poised team, like we saw with the Wizards as Kel tries to throw it across the court, and it's going to be tipped going back to the Jazz. This Mavs team works and gets good quality shots. If you can speed them up, that's how you beat them, I think. It's tough to play the game their way and steal wins from them. Rec 3 seconds, trying to find somebody. Kel way out there, back to Kaze, trying to shoot. It's a flick up, no good. Glow snags it with one hand. Now it's 3 Jazz defenders back on the break. Breezy getting it to Glow. Breezy, a former point guard in this league. Nice pass by Glow. And that's no good in the corner. It's an 8% contest. As I was saying, Breezy, a former point guard in the league, now moving to the 2. He's like a true combo guard. You see some guys that are much more shooting guards, looking to score all the time. Some guys who are pure playmakers. He is really a combo guard. He does a little bit of each that you like to see from point guards and shooting guards. Rhea with the acrobat, switches it from the right to the left and gets the layup to fall. Nice job there. Defense was coming in heavy from the right side. He switches it to his left and lays it in. Glow getting it to Kenny. Kenny maybe as the crab Rhea comes flying out, and that's a bad play by Glow as he swings it to the corner. He had the dunk. Charger stays home on it. Kaze trying to get the blitz, can't get it. Kenny out of adrenaline, low on stamina. They're getting it to follow. He's going to fade. Way to create, but he misses. Glow with a nice offensive rebound. Back to Kenny, 10 seconds. Kaze stuck on the screen. Kenny finding nothing. Out to follow again. Follow creates again. No good again, and it's Rhea with the board. Follow with 2 nice shots there coming out of the corner. Neither one good. Kaze tries to go to the rim, lays it up soft, and gets punched away, and that's going to be a Jazz gaming timeout. I had a feeling that was coming as a Charger got stuck down there off the offensive rebound, picked up his dribble, had nowhere to go. Early in this game, we saw the Mavs come out swinging. They got 3 or 4 good quality shots in a row, knocked them all down. Since then, the Jazz have been a little more staunch on defense. Glow still snagging the offensive rebounds. That's a big thing for them. And Follow doing a nice job of creating out of the corner. You got 2 good looks, both fading. Not able to get either one to go. Offensively for the Jazz, what can you say? No turnovers. Rec coming out firing. That was one thing we saw in those first 6 games for the Jazz in the tip-off. Rec was a little bit hesitant. He didn't quite have like the super green light that you would like to see out of point guards in this league with the way that they can score. You're talking about builds that have, 93 pointers and 85 dunks, something along those lines. You can really do it all. You want to see him be aggressive and then use his scoring to help his playmaking. He's a great playmaker, but the scoring sometimes doesn't always follow. So you got to try to get him, I think, in the other mentality. Score first and then use that to set up your passing. Now they get it over to him. He had an opening again, decides to bail out. Now they get to him again at the midi, and he misses. Good shot, though. That's going to be a 2 for 3 start for Rec combos. Breezy thought about pulling the corner midi, doesn't. They're able to get it up to Kenny. Rec combo stuck on him. Kenny, 1 adrenaline left. Pulls back. Kel on ball now, 6 seconds. 4 seconds, fading. That's going to be contested. No, open. He gets the blinders there. He gets back to stop the break. Nice job by Kenny. I thought Kel might have snuck back in front a little bit, but it is going to be full blinders. He misses the open. Jazz gaming with the ball. A minute left in the first. 3-point lead. Rhea back to setting those big body screens. Rec had an opening in the corner. Doesn't shoot it. Now he does. That's off. Maybe I jinxed him a little bit. He was firing the first couple shots of the game. Since then, he's had similar openings, not pulling them, so I'll have to maybe not mention it, see what he does. Kenny shooting over the screen. That's good to tie the game up. I really want to see Rec keep, he needs to keep shooting those shots. He gets open over those screens so much. They know the gravity that Rhea has rolling to the rim, so people are hesitant back ends to step all the way up and contest the guard. So I think Rec just has to keep being aggressive, shooting those shots over the screen. We saw him knock down the first 2 looks, but coming out of that timeout, he hasn't looked the same. Now he gets the crab. Working again. Rhea was kind of up there, so the back end was defending it. 7 seconds. Defender jumps over to Kel open. He gets his 3 to go. Nice pass by Rek. That's back to a 3-point lead. Mavs with potentially the last shot of the quarter. Kenny taking his time coming up. Jazz kind of funneling towards the middle. 12 seconds. Gets it to Glow for the reset. And back to him. Rhea's sitting on the slip. Not there. 5 seconds. Secures the crab. No good. 2 seconds. Can they get anything? That's no good. They're not even going to get a shot up. That's going to be the end of the first quarter for the Jazz. Really, the big thing that the only thing I have to say is Rek needs to keep shooting. They had a little relocation play, it looked like, where he got open on the wing, decided not to shoot it, hits the corner, he goes to the corner to fill, and then shoots a catch and shoot that was about 12% contested, but I know that might be the play call if that's what they want to do. If you see an opening, though, you got to let it rip. I like what he's been shooting. Even in those first 6 games, Rek rarely takes a bad shot. He just does not quite have the same scorer's mentality that you see out of other elite point guards, like we see over on the Warriors with Keena and Mama now moving to the 2. You have Malik and Radiant. They're playing right now, facing off against the Celtics. So you just want to instill some confidence in him to shoot the ball. Other than that, Glow with only 2 rebounds. I think they were both offensive, so Rhea doing a good job of dominating the glass. Charger hasn't had much of an impact yet, but I like what we're seeing out of this pick-and-roll defense with Rhea back in the back end. That's not knocking Charger in any way, but I think Rhea is just such a dominant force on both ends of the ball. When you get him in that pick-and-roll both ways, teams know what he can do as a scorer, as a defender, as a playmaker, as a rebounder, all those things. So I like him setting the screens both ways, as opposed to the 5-out where he was sitting corner, not getting involved in the game as much. You'll see Jazz have a couple minutes, or had a couple minutes, to talk it over here at the end of the first quarter. If they want to make any adjustments, it was a pretty sound first quarter. Still only a narrow 3-point lead to show for it, though. That's going to be Jarsity with some badge left running to that left corner. Kenny Zeus wide open. No good there. That's a good shot from Kenny, but I believe he's now 1 for 5 to start the game. We're going to see a foul coming from Rek combos. Everybody caught scrambling a little bit off of the offensive rebound, so they're going to foul to reset the defense. Not a bad idea. You don't see point guards pick up many fouls, so it's when you have a chance to use them, never hurts. Now Kaze stuck all over the screen. Kenny open, doesn't want it. Had the rim run, doesn't want that either. He's totally dead, out of adrenaline. That's going to be a midi in the corner for Jarson. He misses. Glow with an offensive rebound. Thought he was going to kick to Jarson in the corner. He does not. Back to Kenny, 6 seconds. Thought about fading. Rhea steps up, and Rhea gets back. I thought he blocked it, but it's going to be a foul on Charger, and 1 for Glow. It looked like Rhea might have gotten a hand on that, but Glow powers through and finds a way to get that one home. Now he goes to the line to tie the game. He makes it. You don't see many missed free throws in the 2K League. Not to jinx anybody, but being able to pick your animation, the free throws are all pretty good on these builds. Most people are pretty automatic with them. Kaze getting it all the way up to Rek combos off the reset. Now Rek trying to take it middle. He gets it over to Kel. We saw a little bit of help. Jarsity up, guarding the hash now on that forward build. Jumping out is Glow. That's going to be punched away by Jarsity as Kel doesn't get a dunk animation. And Rek's going to foul again. Nice job stopping the break. You see a lot of dunks from these shooting guard builds, particularly standing dunks. Much more than you would think. But that time he gets stuck with a layup and allows Jarsity to get back in the play. Now let's follow in the corner, getting it to Kenny. Kenny pulling it back, trying to get that edge. He walks it back for a minute. He doesn't want it. Now Reezy trying to create some with 2 seconds. Follow trying to shoot over the guard. About 9%, no good there. That's a 3-on-3, 4-on-3. The Mavs are going to foul. Teams have gotten so good at stopping the fast break in the 2K League and in 2K in general. If somebody isn't way out, if a team does their job as Kaze gets the wing 3 to go and he wraps up. If teams do their job getting back early to go step for step or around step for step with the person, generally you're able to foul and not have it be a transition take foul. Reezy trying to walk back and get that three right back. No good. Now it's Kel. Mavs have the numbers back to play some defense. They're going to get it to Rhea. Back to Rec Combos. Moving crossover. Gets the crab, and that's a three from Rec Combos. Those are his first points of the quarter. Nice job there as he secures the crab. Gets that to fall. That's the beginning of a 6-0 run for the Jazz. We'll see if they can sustain it. That's going to be Reezy coming all the way across. No good, though. Nice play by the Mavs. Reezy gets an open look. Can't knock it down. Back to Kenny Zeus on the right side. And he finally takes it to the rim. Kenny's had some rim runs with how aggressive Rhea's playing, getting him off that line, and how Kaze's charging at him to stop him from shooting those walk-back middies. Kenny just hasn't taken advantage of the rim runs yet, though. We'll see if that changes. And that's going to be a fluke from Follow. He steals it away from Rhea. Now it's Mavs going the other way. Kaze tries to fluke him back. Can't get it. Up to Glow. He's going to reset to Kenny. Now he tries a quick slip. Rhea right there. But he doesn't steal it. Glow flushes it home. It's going to be a 2-point game. Little bit of miscommunication, it looked like, from the Mavs, or they were doing something weird on defense there as Kenny, or as Rec Combos almost walked freely up court into a wide open three. Not sure what was going on. They do end up fouling. They're going to have time to set up the defense. Rhea trying to connect with that screen. He does. Now Rhea running to the rim, flushes it home with the right hand as Glow was late getting there. Glow still with that glass badge. He's done a good job, even a great job, I'll say, on the offensive glass. Defensively, he's not done such a good job on pulling down those rebounds, I feel like, so far. Kenny tries to get a quick walk back. Glow with another offensive rebound, and that's Charger coming down to foul. That is their 4th foul, meaning 2.5 minutes left. They have no fouls to give. Any fouls past this point will be free throws for the Mavs. Reezy wrapping up. He's going to try to catch a screen from Glow. Working it back left. Almost gets the crab. Rhea jumps out. Charger with the rebound, and they're kicking it up. It's Kaze running the other way, walking it back. He's going to pass fake, get it to Rhea. He's going to look to get it to his guard, I'm sure. Lofty pass, but he does get it there. Rec Combos almost with the crab, doesn't. Now 6 seconds, getting it to Kel. Can he create something? Maybe some space. He gets it to go. The laser beam straight off the glass. That one, you never quite know. With shots that are that shallow, that flat, they're either very late or they're greens, and there's no in between. That one was a green, though. Jazz like to see that. Kel trying to get the steal. Kenny Zeus pump faking. Over to Reezy. Now in the corner to Follow. He wraps up. He misses again. They have been very active in hitting Follow out of the corner on wrap-ups, on fades, trying to shoot over the guard, all these things, and he has not rewarded them with points thus far. Kel stuck with another layup animation. That is unfortunate for him. Charger trying to go to the rim. He's going to kick back to Rec Combos. Now Rec trying to take it over the middle. Gets open. Doesn't shoot it. 4 seconds. 2 seconds. Kaze stepping back. Weird animation. Rhea's able to get it and almost throws it away. Kel runs out of bounds as he's trying to turn around. That is going to be only the 2nd turnover for the Jazz, if I read that correctly. They've done a great job of controlling the ball thus far. Minute left here in the 2nd quarter. Jazz up 7. Kenny Zeus over to Reezy. Reezy gets contested very early. Glow with another offensive rebound. No good. Charger with the rebound. He gets it to Kel. Hesitating. Kel trying to get down there. Gets it to Rec Combos. Rec gets Jarsity all the way out of the play. Charger, nice pass. And Charger gets the 3 to fall. Nice pass there from Rec Combos. All the way from that left hash to the right corner. Nice play. That's what you like to see, the vision coming out of the point guard. Kenny Zeus walking it back. Gets the rim run again. One thing I will say, watching Kenny from his point of view versus other guards' point of view, he seems to really burn through his stamina and adrenaline much faster than I've seen any other guard. It could be very early in the shot clock as Rhea almost turns it over, and Kenny's totally dead, out of stamina and out of adrenaline. That's going to be a foul from Jarsity. Maybe he didn't like how high he had to step there. Thought Rhea might get the slip. 5 seconds left. Can the Jazz create something here? Do they have a play call? 3 seconds. Rec combos. Tries to get Kel in the midi decks. Tries to secure it. Cannot. Dumps it down to Rhea, but there's no time left. A good, sound first half here for the Jazz. Rec combos 9 and 5. Rhea with 6 and 9. Glow 7 rebounds to Rhea's 9. Most of those, it feels like offensive. Maybe 4 or 5 of them. All around, though, great half from the Jazz. Shooting efficient. 7 for 9 from 3. You gotta love that. Only 2 turnovers. And as I mentioned, the Mavs, 0 turnovers. They take care of the ball, I feel like, better than almost anybody else. But that 2 for 10 from 3 is going to kill them. They have been very active in hitting Follow for bailouts. You see him with 6 shots. The leader is Kenny with 8. So Follow in second for field goal attempts on the team. But he's not converting right now. Most of them have been open. He had that one corner 3 that was about 9% trying to shoot over Rec combos at the end of the shot clock. They are giving him sort of nades with like 4 seconds left. But if you're able to get an open shot time and time again, you have to knock some of those down. He had 2 open fades in the midi. He had a couple things going to the rim. You just need to see him knock some of those down if you're the Mavs and if you're going to keep looking to him late shot clock to be your bailout guy. Other than that, 11 for 19 from the Jazz, and it feels like a few of those misses have just been unlucky animations. With the way the game is, when you're going to the rim, you think you have an angle for the dunk. You never quite know until you hold X or hold square, as they're on PlayStation, whether you're going to get that dunk or get the layup. Kel's been caught in a couple layup animations where I thought maybe he should have gotten a dunk. Kaze had a drive baseline that ended up being a layup. So even with a couple things not going their way in this first half, they still managed to put up 29, run an efficient offense, shoot 7 for 9 from 3, only turn it over twice. So all around, a very good half from the Jazz. We're going to take a short break here while they're at halftime. The coach is talking it over, maybe making some halftime adjustments. We will be back in about 3.5 minutes for this second half. are just about back here. We switch on over. That's going to be the end of halftime. We'll see if either one of these teams had some big halftime adjustments. And a quick timeout. Not sure what's happening. Hopefully not a reset or anything like that. Those always stink. The game's never quite the same. You know, even if you reset with the spread, with the exact time remaining, all of those things, the momentum, the feel of the game, it never quite matches up. So hopefully everything is all good here. The league's done a lot more to try to make spreads as fair as you can, but it just, with the flow of the game and everything, you just can't make it work, and it looks like we are going to have a reset, unfortunately. So we will see a little delay here for a few minutes as they try to get their game going again. If you guys give me 1 second, I'll work on getting maybe the Knicks game up. Let me check if that game's still rocking over there. Looks like it is. It will be at least a couple minutes on that Jazz game, so we'll try to get another game up here so no one's just sitting around twiddling their thumbs waiting for something to come along. Just hang with me here. All right, that should be good. Let me pop it on over. Let me adjust it a little bit and get this up to this. Okay. And of course, as we switch over, we get a quick timeout. Isn't that always how it goes? You know, the league has made a lot of great improvements in their, I believe, 5th season now. But sometimes there's just some unavoidable things when you talk about. There's a lot of reasons for a reset. It could be the game crashing. It could be internet issues. Sometimes we've seen controller issues. Just natural things with gaming when you're at home, you're like, just gotta, boot up the game again. But when you're talking about playing for as much money as we are in the 2K League, it doesn't quite work the same. You gotta, be more careful, look at everything, and really figure out what's the most fair way to get this up and going again. So I'm sure they're working on that right now between the Jazz and the Mavs. Over here, though, we'll see what the Knicks and the Celtics are up to. Let me see if I can get a little bit of sound on for us so we're not sitting here in silence. Is that going to work? That is going to work. Alrighty. We'll see Leche. He has been on fire to start his rookie year. A guy who came relatively out of nowhere. People didn't know about him, but the people who did know about him were raving. You're talking about the guys like Colt that were like, listen, this guy is up next. He's the next big thing at guard. And he's been really good to start. This game looks like not so hot. Maybe he has 8-8, 4 turnovers. So Hopefully, and a bad shot there as it's going to lead to team takeover for the Knicks going into the fourth quarter. So hopefully I didn't jinx him too bad there for the rest of his season. But I just wanted to tip my cap a little bit while we're here. You don't get a lot of chances to talk about these other teams unless the Jazz are facing off. But man, Lecce has really had a hot start to the season. This Knicks team too, you're hoping they can put it all together. You have Radiant, who's consistently one of the top 3-ish guards in the whole league. You have Malik, who many think is the best or the second best shooting guard in the league. He's up there as well. So that backcourt is very, very dominant. You pick up Type, who just a couple seasons ago on the Warriors was getting depoy considerations. He didn't end up winning it, but he was considered to be one of the best defenders at his position. He spent some time at the 4, now back on the 5. And then you have Stick, who guys coming from PlayStation say he might be the best on-ball defender on the whole console when he was coming out in his draft class, which was last season, I believe. And then Birch, a guy who had been in the community for a while, a young guy, finally getting his chance here. There was a lot of buzz around him for a long time of if he was going to get drafted. They did the draft hopeful story on him. He's always just been a very consistent power forward. He's not a flashy playmaker, but he generally does the little things right. He'll go down and, play some help defense, play 2, knock down some shots, and just kind of a consistent rock for a team looking for that at power forward when they have stars everywhere else. But the Knicks all around have not put it together. As I was mentioning, they were a team that missed the tip-off tourney after they finished 3-3, if I recall correctly. So we'll see coming out in the turn how they do. That's going to be a nice pass from Type, and that's Malik missing wide open with Sharp Badge with the chance to, with team takeover, really put him away. And on the other end, it's going to lead to an and one. That's potentially a 6-point swing for the Celtics there. That's just something, when you have team takeover in a game like this, to start the fourth quarter, you want to bury him. As he hits a white free throw there, that's nice for the Celtics. They need all the points they can get. You want to really bury him. You're up 9 points. That could have put him up 12. With the take, this backcourt's so dangerous. So that's a tough swing as Malik misses that one. Now Radiant trying to work the left side, trying to work the middle. He's RT fading. That's Type with the rebound and the putback. So for people who aren't crazy into 2K, the comp community figures out all the right animations, let me assure you. So when you're fading away, if you don't hold the turbo button, you get a fade that's a little bit quicker, but it doesn't create as much separation. When you shoot and hold the turbo button at the same time, it really pulls you back. It fades your guy away. It's a very tough shot to contest, but it's also harder to time. And that's why you only see guards use it when they need to. If they can just do a normal fade, they'd much prefer that. Radiant there trying to get that extra space with the Sharp Badge deep over the top. He got a lightly contested shot, wasn't able to get it to go, but Type got the putback. Now we see FT on the cut. Everybody jumping down there. Back out to Lecce. He was not in a scoring position, standing way out there, just watching FT go to the rim. Lecce with the back-scratching dunk. The Celtics hanging around somehow. The Knicks get team takeover, and they're all playing worse. The lead was 9 to start the quarter. It's down to 5. Sometimes that just happens. Team takeover gets everybody feeling a little bit too good sometimes. People start playing out of body, doing things that they wouldn't normally do, and it let the Celtics come back in the game. Birch throws a scary pass back up top. Radiant's able to get it, though. Malik on the left side has the slip. Type gets it snatch blocked by Colt. Nice job there as he flies across the paint, and it's going to be the Knicks fouling on the break, making sure the Celtics can't get a transition bucket there. What a play by Colt. Lecce trying to dump it down to Colt, and he can't get the N1, but that is going to be a foul on Stick. We'll see him go to the line. He has that glass badge right now. First one good. Trust me, guys, by the way, I'm keeping an eye on that Jazz game. As soon as they're back, we will be back watching the second half for the Jazz. But for the time being, we're going to hang over here and watch some Knicks basketball. Knicks Celtics, you don't often get a matchup like this on the Jazz Gaming channel. But for now, That's what you got. Stick in that corner. Now it's Malik up top. Malik has some space middle, fades away. No good in the midi, 18% contested, almost stolen by Type, but the Celtics do get it back. And it looks like we might be back in the Jazz game, so I'm going to hop back over there. It was fun hanging with you, New York, but we are a Jazz gaming channel here, and we are going to go back to the Jazz now. And pause this one, get on over here, get everything situated. They started that right back up without any hesitation. Now here we are, up and going again. And that was a very deep three. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see who it was. I'll have to go back and look. That was so far out there. I didn't even see him on my screen as I was trying to get everything back set up here to cover this second half. What a start for the Jazz, getting that one to go from way out there. Now follow in the corner, back to Reezy. Reezy over the middle. He gets the three to go, answers it with one of his own. And it looks like everything is all set up. There's no spread like we used to have to do in the past with the 2K League. Looks like they got the score and the time just right. Rick Combo's trying to get back over that left side. Now he's trying to get back to the middle. Takes it to the rim. Double clutches the layup. It's punched away. 5 seconds. Charger, can he find somebody? Over to Kaze. Trying to get over the reaching defender. Can't make it. Rhea with the big rebound. He's going to run it out and hand it over to Kel. Kel misdirection, can't get anything. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. That's going to be contested, but 2 bigs down there for the Jazz. Doesn't matter. Glow gets the board. Almost stolen away on the break. And the Mavs are going to have to slow it up. Glow gets the blow by, and he puts it away with 2 hands. Now it's going to be Rick. Maybe bringing it up the left, maybe bringing it up the right. He's swerving that screen. Follow almost gets the steal, does not. He's forcing that left side. Which guard is going to get it? Rek gets it back. 6 seconds. Sends Kaze on a cut. Nice standing dunk from Kaze. It's going to be 34-26 now. 8-point lead for the Jazz about halfway through, a little under halfway through this third quarter. Big screen there from Glow. Kenny can't do anything with it, though. Now Kenny trying to go to the rim. Rhea punches it away. Glow gets it out to Kenny. He's very tired. Out to Reezy now. 4 seconds. Reezy throws a scary pass. It hits off Rhea's hands. No good. Rhea punches it away. He was so active that play, even with a couple things not going his way when you're talking about tipping that pass, blocking a couple shots, deflecting some things. He was everywhere, and they do find a way to get the stop despite the ball not bouncing their way. Rick Combos tries to get the crab, cannot. He's going to pull it back out. He would have had it there as Follow was caught reaching, but he does pick up the foul. That might have been a blessing in disguise for the Mavs. Now he gets the crab into the midi. No good. Rhea with the big rebound, trying to shove the guy out of the way. Back to him, way downtown. No good. Rhea can't secure that one. You'd like to see him score off those offensive rebounds when they get the chance. That ball's tipped away. 2 guys fighting for it. It's Kel. Now, I do believe the Mavs came up with it and called a timeout. Not liking what they had down there. They were risking a 3-second violation as the 2 guys were scrambling for the ball. Jazz coming out very cold to start this second half. I told you the reset sometimes just messes with the mojo that you got going. When you see what the Jazz had cooking in that first half, everybody, for the most part, was very efficient. I think Kaze might have been the worst one shooting, and maybe he was 2 for 5. Since then, they've really slowed down what they were working with. Rhea has still been the force that we expect offensively and defensively. You see a very balanced scoring attack for the Jazz. On the other side, Glow has been the guy keeping them in this game. You see a team that's 11 for 29, and you wonder how they're not down 10 or 15 points is because of those offensive rebounds over and over again that he's securing for the Mavs, allowing them to get all those shot attempts. Coming out of the timeout, it's going to be Mavs Gaming inbounding from the side. Contested. They do steal it now. The Jazz get it there. It was Charger with the steal. Rec Combo's trying to get something. Has an opening on the right. Good rotation from the Mavs. Rhea walled up. Bobbles the ball. Back to Kaze. 9 seconds. Kaze gets it over to Rec Combos. He's open. That's going to be off a Skyball there. Kaze with the rebound. Now he pass fakes. Gets it to Kel. Kel, 8 seconds. Maybe gets it poked away there. Kaze open in the corner. No good. The Jazz, they got a lid on the basket ever since they've switched baskets here coming out of halftime. They really have not been able to score, and we've seen numerous good looks. We saw 2 of them just on that play alone. Wide open threes that they can't get to go. Kenny's tired, still gets the fade to fall. Nice job there. That's that AMP badge kicking in when you're low on stamina. Helps you shoot a little bit. That's a crucial badge for these guards to have. Rec Combos had Kel open. He didn't get it to him in time. Now Kel's going to have to try to work on the right side. They're bringing a double team. They run a rotation. Kel over the middle. Wide open. He gets it to fall. Jazz just need a little bit of offense. If they get some of these opens to go, they are close to really breaking this game open. You still see an 8-point lead. You talk about the 3 open missed threes that they've missed just in the last couple minutes. Could easily be a 20-point game. Kaze gets the steal as he was trying to pull it back there, and Kaze was waiting for it. That's going to be Kel dunking it in transition on the other end. Nice job by Kel. Nice job by Kaze knowing what's coming and sitting on it. And that allows him to get the steal, and the Jazz get out in transition because of it. He was gambling there, thought about going for it again. He decides to play solid. They send a cut. Rhea picks it up. Now Kenny over the middle. Doesn't want it. Rhea caught reaching at the ground. And that's just unlucky. I don't know if there's necessarily anything he could have done better. He stepped to make sure Kenny didn't shoot it. Got back to the slit, but he just didn't get the right reach animation to steal the ball. His guy reached at the ground instead of in the air. That's why that pass was able to get through. Kel again with a layup. I don't know if he switched builds or if there was a secret patch or something I don't know about, but man, he has really struggled to dunk the ball here. And I was watching the Bucks earlier. I was watching the Warriors earlier. It didn't seem like anybody was having trouble dunking necessarily. I saw a lot of the same standing dunks that we were seeing in the tip-off, so I'll have to certainly look into if he switched or what the deal is as to why he can't find a way to really put it home like he was in those first 6 games for the Jazz. That's going to be followed, picking up the reach-in foul. His 4th foul. Something to be concerned about as you're heading into this 4th quarter. You don't want him to pick another reach-in foul up. Then you're any fluky thing, any blocking or shooting foul, anything away from getting those technical free throws. 6 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Kel, nothing, but he finds Charger, who was open. He dumps it down to Kaze. Not a great pass there from Charger. You would have liked to see him shoot that. If nothing else, it looked like Rhea was in a prime position for the rebound. Kaze was also crashing, thinking Charger was going to put it up. Not sure what Charger was thinking there. Maybe trying to throw it corner to corner. Not a great idea. Now 5 seconds. They get it to follow. Trying to set the off ball for Reezy. Not there. Try to get it back to follow. Rec jumping. That's going to be 9%. No good. So despite a down quarter for the Jazz, they still find themselves with an 8-point lead here. You didn't see the scoring that we saw in all the other quarters in terms of both the 3-point shooting, getting stuff at the rim, getting the middies to go. It just felt like they really were not operating at the same level as we saw in the first half. And maybe the reset has something to do with that. Maybe that's just shooting variance. You know, they hit more shots than they should have in the first half. Now they're coming back to earth a little bit in that 3rd quarter, but still an 8-point game. You've played incredible defense so far, holding a team to 33 points. They have that 9-point quarter. They're barely getting over 10 points a quarter on you on average. So you just want to see that defense maintain into this 4th quarter. If you do that, they have this game secured. If you just get any minimal amount of offense, you'll be all right. The Jazz have really slowed this game down. To start the stream, I was saying, if you play at the Mavs' pace, it can be difficult to beat them because they don't generally beat themselves. Tonight, that's what we've seen. The turnovers, they're doubling the Jazz, albeit only 4 turnovers. They've shot terribly from 3. They've shot even worse from the field. So they've played at the Mavs' pace, this very slow, grinded-out game, just like we saw with the Wizards a couple seasons ago when Dayfry was there. But they just haven't been able to get any of the easy shots to go, and they certainly aren't getting the tough shots to go. And that's been a big thing for the Jazz, as even in that third quarter, they struggle to hit their opens. The Mavs have not created the looks that they've wanted and that they generally get. Glow has kept them alive with his offensive rebounding, but more often than not, they don't do anything off of the kickouts. Starting the fourth quarter here, we'll see if the Jazz can get the offense going early. Rec, aggressive. That's going to be a very late, though. Nice shot, a behind-the-back pass from Reezy to Jarcity as he throws it down. A nice quick shot there from Rec. I don't hate it at all. You just want to see him, at least come close to timing it. Only shooting it very late is not what you like to see. Kel now running ball. He's going to get the screen from Maria. That was a big-time screen, and that's the quick drop that we're used to with Kelmav. 8-point lead again for the Jazz. Will Kenny Zeus be able to get going in this fourth quarter and get the Mavs back into it? He is at a very rough game as Rhea gets stuck on him, and then he gets back into the play, blocks Glow, and picks up the rebound. Nice job there from Rhea doing all three things. What a play. He got stuck on the guard for a second, had to jump back in to block the shot, and then he still was able to chase down the rebound. Kel had a wide open three. That's way off. Charger manages to find the rebound as it hit nothing but glass, and he throws it away. Maybe Kenny plucked it out of Kaze's hand. A nice rebound from Charger, but they end up losing the possession nonetheless. And that's going to be a personal foul on Kaze. You got to always watch. Those are usually personal fouls, but occasionally they are an illegal screen if you're caught moving. And that's going to be Charger again stealing that sideline inbound. That time it was a fluke as he reaches right as the guy catches the ball to poke it away from him before he could secure it. An ill-advised pass from Rec. This is some reckless basketball being played right now. And that's going to be a three for the Mavs. No good. Follows still ice cold. This whole game he has been way off, and the Mavs have needed him, needed his scoring for certain. Now Reezy trying to get a blitz, not there. Kel trying to get around him. Gets two guys on him, now gets no guys on him. No good on the three. The Jazz have had several put-away shots. When you talk about the wide-open threes they're missing, a chance to give them a, not insurmountable, but certainly a very comfortable lead in this fourth quarter, and they haven't knocked them down. Now Kenny trying to secure the crab, doesn't get it. Rhea reaches, doesn't get it. Charger in the paint, and that's going to be a 3 seconds on Glow. You saw Rhea reach, maybe should have gotten the steal, then he gets the first jump. Then Charger, knowing that Glow didn't have much time before 3 seconds was called, comes down and gets his second jump. That was good chemistry there from the two bigs, and they made sure Glow didn't find anything. Rec combos, gets Kel open. Now in the corners, Charger open. No good. Rhea with the rebound as everyone was caught out of position. Tries to throw up a baby hook. No good. That's going to be heavily contested. Now 3.5 minutes to go. Nobody doing much scoring at the moment. That's going to be a Mavs gaming timeout. They still have 3 left. They are going to try to talk it over. This is absolute madness right now. We saw for the first few minutes of this quarter, both teams just throwing the ball away. I believe the Jazz picked up 2 turnovers. The Mavs picked up an additional 2 turnovers. So in the first 3 minutes or less of the quarter, we saw 4 turnovers. Both teams just playing at a scrambled, frenetic pace that was just inadvisable for both sides. The Jazz should be trying to slow it down, take control of the ball, get good shots. The Mavs need to make sure they're not wasting possession. So just all over the place to start the fourth. And it's still 2-2, 3 minutes in. We've seen about 3 minutes of basketball, and there have been 4 total points scored. And it's not for a lack of trying. We've seen countless wide open shots for both sides, and they just aren't going right now. The Jazz started so good in the first half, shooting the ball. Since then, it's not been the same from almost anybody. Not from Kel, Rec, Kaze, Charger missing that last midi. So even with all that, they still have an 8-point lead. Kel's going to get crabbed quickly there, and the Mavs out of the timeout get a quick 2 points on the midi. It's going to be a 6-point lead for the Jazz still. They're in control of this game, but they need to be more careful, and they need to execute on offense. You can't win if you're only going to be putting up 2 points a quarter. Kel trying to go to the rim with the quick drop there. That's a move that's near impossible to stop. Just about every single time you get that animation, it's going to be a dunk or a foul, or sometimes both. So he gets the animation that he hasn't been getting all game, and they do give him a foul there. He goes to the line for 2. He gets the first one to fall. A little bit of a delay as Jarsity was stepping into the paint. I don't know what he was doing there. Maybe trying to throw Kel off, but he knocks the second one down as well. Gets the lead back to 8 for the Jazz. Under 3 minutes now. They're running an off-ball play again. They've done that a couple times. Kel hanging with Reezy. Rhea helping him out, knowing that play's coming, so good job on both of them. 6 seconds now. Reezy thought about the fade middle. Rhea jumps out, and that's going to be an easy slip for Glow. Rhea knowing the situation, not wanting to give up threes. If they hold them to 2s, you hope that your team can control the ball, chew some clock, and get 2s back, at least at an even mark, and you can maintain this lead for the rest of the game. Now Rec Combos wrapping all the way to the left hash. Little hesitation, stop and go. Kel with badge. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They double him. Can he find anyone open? No, he throws it down to Charger. Charger, no time for that post fade. And it was very late regardless. Just a bad play there. Kel with badge pulls 2 defenders. Rec Combo's doing his job, wrapping up a little bit so that corner guy would have more space, that pass would be more open, but Charger was crashing with about 5-6 seconds left on the shot clock, and it kind of ruined the whole spacing. Now Kenny trying to get a walk-back 3, that's way off as well. Charger with the rebound. You want to see when Kel has that badge and that much gravity, and they're focusing on him, you got to save space for him and make the defense play honest one-on-one. Kel with a pull-up 3. No good. Rhea maybe tipped the board, but it is going to be Jarsity coming down with it. And now it's the Mavs running the other way in transition. Now just a 4-point game, minute and a half left. The Mavs have been so inefficient in the half court, but when you give them easy buckets like that in transition, that makes it easy, as I said, to come back in a game when you get quick buckets that you don't have to work hard for. Now Rec has the midi, doesn't shoot it, down to Rhea, gets a bad animation, pump fakes, out to Charger, defender on his side, that would have been a big one, but he misses it, slightly late, still a 4-point game, just over a minute left. Jazz, a stop here would be very big. This is a pivotal possession. Will it be a 1-possession game or a 2-possession game going forward? That's Kenny wide open. He shoots another moon ball way off there. Those are shots that you need to hit. He has been missing all game, and it keeps the Jazz in a comfortable spot now with 53 seconds left. No fouls to give, a 2-possession lead. Even if you just take the whole clock here and don't score, the Mavs will be getting the ball back with under 40 seconds to go and needing 2 possessions to tie the game up. Rec over the middle, doesn't get it to go. That's going to say 9% contested. You don't want him scoring on the break. That was a good job by the Jazz getting back. You make them work in the half court, and you just don't want to give up anything quick. A lot of times in these situations, teams will look for a quick backdoor or something very easy. We'll see if this is something the Mavs do. You want to make them work for it. And that's going to be a quick slip there. Only about 6 seconds to score, so not what you want to see. That will ensure that the Mavs get one more shot at this. If they do manage to get the stop, they will get the ball back with about 15 seconds left. Stop and the rebound, I should say, as you have to make sure you secure it. Usually these rebounds have a lot of guys going to the rim off of a miss. Rec Combos gets around, he flushes it home. That's going to give a 4-point lead once again to the Jazz, and the Mavs do call a timeout as expected. Nice play there by Rec Combos, taking the screen wide, coming all the way around the middle, and getting an easy 2 points as they've been struggling to hit jumpers here. That was big time getting to the rim and getting something free on that quick drop that's so hard to stop. Now we'll see if the Mavs decide to go with a quick 2. Earlier today, we saw the Timberwolves keep trying to get quick 2, hoping they could get a turnover or maybe some missed free throws. And I don't hate early when you have more time taking a 2, hoping that you can get a steal or miss free throws, something like that. But when you're talking about 17 seconds left, the Jazz have 2 timeouts. I just don't know if I believe in the quick 2 in this situation. Maybe you can try it once, then foul, but when you're talking, if you being the Mavs only have 1 timeout remaining, the Jazz have 2 timeouts, meaning if any inbounds are scary, if they don't like what they have in terms of where they're positioned on the court, they can call it and get in a better spot. It just seems like you need a 3 there, and Reezy might just have it. And that's going to be off. The Jazz secure the rebound. This should be a win. Rhea going to get it up court. They're going to... Wow, I thought Kaze was going to hit Charger there. I was going to say maybe even lob it up for him, but he gets a little selfish and puts it away himself. And that's going to be another block for Rhea. Now, before we hop out of here, I want to see Rhea with 4 blocks in this game. I don't know if anybody on the Jazz... Let's see. Yeah, nobody else on the Jazz gets a block. You do see 3 steals from Charger, 1 from Kaze. Charger, I don't know, he must have had 1 in the half court because the steals that I remember were on those sideline inbounds. He was just all over them. They could not get that ball in on the sideline with Charger hounding him. A great win for the Jazz. Get them going in the right direction here in the turn. We saw a really bad start to the season, just putting it bluntly, in the tip-off. Now, hopefully, going into the turn, this is the turning point for them. That's what we want to see. A good first win here. They have 5 games remaining in this tournament, in this group play, and if they do well enough, they'll get into the turn and get to play a little bit of tournament for some more money. So a nice start there. The big takeaways were, even on a down offensive night, they managed to control the ball, control the tempo, control the glass. That was a big thing. And play unbelievable defense. Now, the Mavs did their fair share in missing some shots. The Jazz missed some shots too. So for their next matchup, you just want to see them maybe get a little more creative on offense. I liked what Rhea gave you in that pick and roll. I like him getting back on that inside and playing pick and roll on both sides. But you would like to see more scoring. Getting under 50 points, it's going to be tough to consistently win games that way. I appreciate everyone hanging around. We are going to hop out of here. We will be back for the Jazz's next game. Actually, if you give me 1 second, I'll pull up and see when they are back. It might be tomorrow at 6. That sounds about right, but I want to make sure. That is, of course, Eastern time. Now, let's just see what we're looking at here for the Jazz. Nice win there. It is going to be Wednesday, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. Against T-Wolves Gaming. That's going to be a very tough matchup for them, as this T-Wolves team, despite kind of underwhelming in some areas, teams really thought they might be unstoppable. They've been really good, and then they've been really bad at times. So still one of the best teams in the league. We will see what they have coming out here against the Jazz, and what the Jazz have, as they have seen a little bit more and had more time to game plan. When the Wolves had all those games in the tip-off tournament, they fell today to the Grizzlies. Dimes is doing a great job against them. We'll see if Rhea can do the same coming out tomorrow at 6 p.m. So I appreciate everyone hanging out. I am going to hop off here, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern to face off against T-Wolves Gaming. Thank you, guys.